Yeah, rolling through the city with the big dogs. Fuck the laws, loyal with me, we ain't got a call. Then Leon silent with the product and the pill loud. That's how you make the money.
1973. I finally got it running good. Now we're going to do a full restoration to this car. We're going to take the fenders off, sand it down, paint her up. Doing some work back here. Got a voltage regulator problem. A few other things, but for a 50-year-old car, man, she runs really good. She's all here, and to save the test of time, you'll see why we're rebuilding it here shortly. Let me find it. Shitty paint job. Somebody repainted the car once. This is the original color, though, so it's all here. Good resto. So here in a couple months, we should have this thing all back together, looking brand new. Back engine performance. We got ourselves a Honda R18. New pistons, new bearings. Actually, it was pretty nice job here. We didn't find nothing too wrong with this bad girl. Honestly, I don't even think we needed to do all this, but we did a quick hone job. As you can see, we got an S45 crosshatch in there now. And a little bit of carbon scoring vertically. These old rings for the old pistons were, the oil control ring was very, very plugged up. The head looked like it was a 150,000 mile head. And then I realized that we have this plug here. So if you guys have a 2006 to 2008, in some cases the 09 R18 Z1s and A1s, your block would crack here. So they revised it and put this stupid thing here. Manny, so the other side isn't like this, but this side is. So I went in here and I tried to pry. This is your subframe I'm touching and I'm prying, right? Nothing moves. But if you come in here, Nate, can you press down on these lug nuts so I can see this move? See right here, Manny? That is broke off, and that is the bolting place for this control arm. See how it's moving? Yeah, so we're actually detached from this part of your lower arm because your wheel is 100% separated from the frame. So I'm going to try and jack it up and see if we can't plate it back together, but this is going to fucking cause problems for you, buddy. There's nothing I can really do about it without a frame. Sorry, wish I could do better, but I'm going to try my best to help you here to get it drivable. But avoid major potholes and accelerating really hard on this. Hey guys, customer states. I got a weird grinding noise from my brakes. Bro, there's no brake pad. That is caliper bracket on rotor. All right guys, 2008 Ford E350. Here's a common problem with these things, guys. Watch yourself. This radius arm has broke. As you guys can see, it's broke all the way through. The whole bottom half is not holding on. As you can see, we're hanging on by a hair right up here at the top. So today we're going to be replacing this fucking radius arm. Ford life. All us techs know, if it wasn't for Ford, we wouldn't have a job. Job security. Anybody who owns a late 60s, early 70s 350 or Chevy, or basically any Chevy small block and Fords, you need to watch out for this. It's all original, first person to open this engine up because, look. So get Jeep's original stamp plastic timing gear. Wiped out the fucking valves. So, there you go.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me. I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, but there's logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grieving. Put your foot on the gas, no, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want them, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily spreading like a rare disease, but I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it. Go on and take your aim. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break the glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the gas, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grieving. Put your foot on the gas, no, never stop competing, yeah. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Too many things going on, I can't keep track of them all. From people dropping a bomb to people putting up walls. I feel like life is on hold, perception stuck in a vault. I know that time can heal all, but how much time till we fall? It's awfully chilly outside when there's no shelter to hide. When everything is a lie, you'll find that out in some time. But when the things on your mind are all considered a crime, communication aside, we'll all just fight till we die. Is this an argument or just the start of it? Either way, I don't wanna be a part of it. Can I just get some space? I don't have the heart for this. I can't be picking up the pieces, fixing scars from this. Is this an argument or just the start of it? I wanna drive away so I can be so far from it. I wanna find a place where no one breaks their promises, or maybe drown myself in something that is bottomless. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't
In all my life being a mechanic, I've never seen anything like this before. Look at that presentation with these brake pads. Import direct. Looks like we're getting Lamborghini stuff. I feel fancy today. For a freaking Honda. Alright, Larry, I'm making this for you. This wire hanging out, don't worry about it. This blue wire right here, this is for fuel valve. To start this thing yourself, you take this wire, jam it in your hot. You take my orange jumper wire, you touch the hot. For anybody who's about to go try and rebuild or put turbo to a 1.8 liter R18A1 engine. Rods, man, just spend the money. Get new rod bearings, main bearings, and get new rods. Slap it back together with new pistons and rings. Get a good hone if your cylinder walls are good. Slap that turbo in there. Get about 250 reliable.
Yeah, wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. Top notch hoes get the most, not the lesser. Straight terror, product of your errors. Pushing culture, baby, got that product you can measure. Trendsetter, the one who get the weather. Swerving while I'm bumping Project Petter. Yeah, rolling through the city with the big dogs. Fuck the laws, loyal with me, we ain't got a cow. Nelly on silent, put the product in the pill loud. That's how you make the money pop for everyone involved. And if you don't deserve a custom, we gon' cut them up. My barber got me looking proper every single time. Fresh pig, getting painted on that top grade. No, you ain't walking out alive, smoking what we on. And you know I got it for the ones who gone. R.I.P.'s in your memory, we carry on. When I die, they will not bury me, not what I want. Put my body, pour my ashes in the river, y'all. That's how we knowin' that the flow about to carry.
'80s Mustang. Customer called me and said that he put an Eddie Bauer intake off of an Explorer on his car, and then the car ran and stalled out. He thought it was a starter, replaced the factory starter with a high torque starter, and I show up, okay? And this clean ass Mustang, man. Oh, I was so sad when I saw this. So the guy routed the throttle body spacer coolant line to a vacuum hose. He hydrolocked the freaking 302 and bent rod number 4. Look at this. The rod was bent and twisted. It was smacking off the counterweight, and the rod was smacking off the cylinder wall. Piston skirt counterweight. It was, yeah. All right, ladies and gents, the engine is ready. Yes, that's our Ford 302, fully rebuilt, fully sealed up, ready to go. Should be fired up in 2 days. Stay tuned. Vroom, vroom. All right, a little update of where I was. All the pistons are out. We got the crank exposed. Get ready to clean this bad girl. Here's all our parts. That's all the parts that move inside your small block Ford 302, minus the crankshaft and the camshaft. But really very simple engines. Now it's time to get the crank out and clean this bad girl thoroughly and then put it back together. Thanks for watching. I don't want to touch to anything, but you know, that. Oh no. That's really bad. That is 10 times worse than what it was. But this cross member here is your steering. The box isn't broke, but if you look here, that's my steering box head right there. Shit. This is so much worse than it was last week. We've been driving this thing. Oh no. It really fucking came apart. That wasn't like that. We tried to hold it there, but it did nothing apparently. And nothing ever happened here. We tried to weld something just to keep it on the road temporarily, but nope. All right, guys, well, guys, we got a brand new engine, it turns out here. It looks all dirty, but this is a IROC Z28 Camaro engine from 1992. I pulled the oil pan off later on after this video and found brand new pistons, bearings, fully built roller cam setup. Well, guys, welcome to more of this crazy life I live. Yeah. Well, that's your brakes. Hey, guys, we are almost done. Boys and girls, men and children, whatever, whoever, who cares? The 302 is done. Time to go in a Mustang. Bam. Here's a little information for anybody. If you own a 1980s to early 2000s Toyotas, you gotta watch for stuff on your frame. And I'm gonna tell you why. So from the factory here, Toyota really loves to put the AC heat exchanger drip hose right onto your frame. It causes a hole here, water gets in here, and it rots out everything back here. So the story is, divert that hose and fix your frame before you snap. Customer states, I put engine oil in my car and the engine's still locked up. I think you put it in the wrong hole. Well, my day today, 1979 International Bluebird Schoolie Bus, all right? Yes, we got the infamous 7.3 IDI by Navistar, pre-power stroke, no turbo. This thing's a beaut. Oh, what's that idling? 383 Striker, 1971 C30, baby. And there's a Turbo Odyssey. You should subscribe to the channel. Alright, back to doing a busted brake line. Yeah, it broke off right there on the frame. So, PB blasting this. Hopefully I can save the rubber hose. That looks carnage. Look at that. Look at how crusty that is. Alright, YouTube. So this is a lifter out of a Ford 460. That's a brand new lifter. It's never been used. It will never be used. It's got a little surface rust. But you notice how this one, it has a really sharp fucking serrated edge here. Nice round cuppiness. Terrible. Then I find this. Well, that is really bad. And all right, go. Let's record.
Cam, that last one.
Welcome to the mechanic shop where we do stupid fucking things. We have a Porsche 924 doing a clutch. What a fucking joke. This car sucks fucking balls. All right, guys, so 40-year-old fucking axle nut does not come off at all, okay? We got to pull the transmission out, which is in the back of the car. And you have a torque tube down the center of the car. And then you got the transmission bolted to the clutch and flywheel through a torque tube all the way up here. There's like a million fucking things you got to do.
What's up, YouTube? Just got done from playing in a 10-foot snowfall with the doggy PU, and we're gonna call it a night. If you're watching still, sucks to be you.